May have kick-started their season with a bonus point win over Munster last time out, and it's a strong side named by Brian McLaughlin. Irish internationals Andrew Trimble, Stephen Ferris, Tom Court and Rory Best are all back to join 4 Springboks and an All Black World Cup winner in John Afoa. Despite taking just 3 points out of the 2 derbies, Edinburgh have a chance to overtake Ulster in the table with victory tonight. Once again, Michael Bradley utilises his squad with 13 changes from New Year's Day. All 3 of the front row were named in Andy Robinson's Scotland squad this week, along with Greg Laidlaw and Nick DeLuca. Chris Patterson, MBE, starts at fullback. Here's Whitton. And now to Cave, the 2 centres combining. Good early possession for Ulster with the hooker Rory Best going head to head with Ross Ford tonight. Should be an interesting contest. And it's Ulster with the early pressure, and they get the penalty awarded by George Clancy. A try and 15 points last week for Ian Humphreys as Ulster shocked Munster, and he's on the board tonight. Edinburgh 0, Ulster 3. Now Henry almost half through, and penalty goes the way of Ulster. This is his 50th league appearance for Ian Humphreys, and that kick takes him over the 400-point mark. Ulster now lead by 6 points to 0. There's Trimble with the take. Pinar, and it's loose. And very scrappy here from Ulster, and the try has been awarded. Ulster, the architects of their own downfall on that occasion. Pinar with the loose pass. It wasn't controlled at all by Dan Tui. And Edinburgh hit straight back with a try. It's been a good week for Greg Laidlaw, named in Andy Robinson's Scotland squad for the Six Nations. And his conversion puts Edinburgh into the lead. Godman with the short ball to Cox. This time Laidlaw decides to work the other side. Also desperately calling for numbers to go on to the far side there, and the penalty is awarded as the tackling player fails to roll away. The cheer goes up, and Laidlaw sends the ball between the posts. Edinburgh 10, Ulster 6, and just as Edinburgh hit Ulster after they'd scored, the Belfast side looking to do that same thing to Michael Bradley and his men. It's Henry. Pinar now to Humphreys. Oh, and Whitton was almost through the gap. They will get the penalty, but if that had gone into the centre's hands, he was strolling in for a 7-pointer. Pinar this time taking over from Humphreys. And he has success to make it 10-9 to Edinburgh. Scramble round the fringes, that gets Paul Marshall going forward. Afoa and Dan Tui in there too. Marshall once more. Pinar, it could be on here for the visitors. It's Darren Cave, gets the offload, and over goes Rory Best. A fine, fine Ulster try. They went through so many attacking phases there, and eventually when the ball was shifted out to the near side, Darren Cave did well, got the ball back inside, and the 54-time capped hooker for Ulster, went over in just his third appearance of the season. Marshall. That's a high one for Talai. Brilliantly done by Trimble. Now out it comes to Ferris, and as we've seen already in this game, he's got pace, he's got strength, and he's got the skill to palm the ball off to Dan Tui. 2 tries in the space of a minute for Ulster, and it has turned this game on its head, but made in superb fashion by the take of Andrew Trimble. He gathered under pressure from Natani Talai, and then just look at the pace that was shown by Ferris, and what a deft touch to get the ball out the back of his hand, and Dan Tui was there in support to go over. Ulster's second try of the evening. They've been knocking on the door. Can Edinburgh get through? They were fortunate that that came to cross, and they keep on piling. They're up to within 5 metres here. Michael Bradley's side in desperate need of something. They've got a penalty, and it's decision time. Greg Laidlaw decides that 3 points is the best option. That cuts the gap to 6. And at half-time at Murrayfield, in an intriguing contest, it's Edinburgh 13, Ulster 19. Laidlaw. Brown chases, but brilliantly claimed by Gilroy. He's in trouble here though, Gilroy, and in from the side where Edinburgh. Ruan Pinar has been such an influential signing for Ulster and a great addition to the league, and that's an excellent kick to take the score to Edinburgh 13, Ulster 22. Edinburgh with work to do. 9 points adrift. Marshall looks to work the blind side and makes the break. He's got Trimble outside him. Times the pass. Visser won't catch him. Andrew Trimble in for Ulster's third score. It's just his second try and his 5th appearance of the season. But what alertness from Marshall to find the space down the blind side. And it was all about when he decided to deliver the pass to Trimble. And when he did, Trimble found the space outside Tim Visser to go over for the score. And Ulster in real command of this one now. Well, eventually the flags go up. They had a long look at that, the touch judges, but Edinburgh now have a real mountain to climb. It's with Patterson, has a look up, and the man alongside him is Visser. One hand off, and then caught by the second tackler. Once again, overpile Ulster, and they've stolen that one. They've got the penalty. Real frustration for Edinburgh. Pinar will quite happily look just to keep the scoreboard ticking over. And he does. Ulster move to a lead of 32 points to 13. And it's beginning to look comfortable. Edinburgh looking for the steal. It's Alan Walker. Scores the try. It's awarded. Alan Walker, the 21-year-old, has his first score for Edinburgh in just his 9th appearance. All have come off the bench, and when Rory Best overthrew at the line out, he was the man on hand, and he crashed over. There was no stopping him from there. Laidlaw rather hurried into it as the chase came, but he kept his cool, sends the ball over, and just maybe Edinburgh are not dead and buried yet. Laidlaw back in field to Matt Scott, who knocked on. And will there be a counter-attack? It's Marshall again. Times the pass to Trimble, back to Marshall. Oh, and this is brilliant play from Ulster. It's going to be another score. The try is given. Ulster have their bonus point, and an incisive counter-attack worked between Marshall and Trimble. That was absolutely outstanding. And Darren Kay finishes it off. Ulster have their 4th try of the night, and the game is now won. Tricky one from way out on the touchline, and a swirling wind on a night like this, but that was brilliantly done by Ruan Pienaar. It's an overthrow. A chance here for Ulster as Adam Macklin makes ground. Now Lewis Stevenson. Kiriakou. Just under 3 minutes left, and the kick comes in, Terblanche, but really well watched by Tom Brown. There is a penalty. And that's now 42 points they've conceded. Edinburgh showing their defensive frailties.
We were confident that we were well rested and we were looking forward to the challenge, but we were way off the pace for some reason, and it just got worse for us. We were soft turnovers and contact, and Ulster were very sharp around when they got an opportunity. They scored every time, and it was a good performance by them, and it was a poor performance by Edinburgh Rugby.
What pleased me most was the intensity that we played at. You know, we played with great intensity in the first half. Although there's still a few little things we've got to look at. At times we maybe play a little bit too much rugby in the wrong areas when we should really push the ball in behind the opposition and turn the screw. You know, we need to look at that, especially with Leicester next week. But as you say, the most pleasing thing is to come away from here tonight scoring 4 excellent tries and you know, to come away with 42 points.